Consider this a message from God. Stop worrying about life after death when you should be worried about this life. Because if you do not properly live this life, there will be no life after death for you. Let me preface what I want to say. Understand this. All the planets in this solar system came out of the sun. Every planet in this solar system came out of the sun and will eventually return back into the sun. If your soul is not purified, when you go back into the sun, you will burn. You will burn up. Now, let me get to the subject matter. I wanted to watch films of football heroes like Jim Brown, O.J. Simpson, and people like this. And I was drawn to Michael Vick. And instead of them talking about his accolades, they began it by talking about his dogfights. And there was a woman in there that called him a psychopath because he was treating, he was into dogfights. But I want you to understand this. The woman who called him a psychopath, she's going to hell. But I want you to understand this. Be careful what you say because you draw attention to yourself. Now, Africans built, the people of Kemet, Africans, they built pyramids. The Romans built a Colosseum. And they built a Colosseum for the purpose of animals fighting each other. They caught animals from Africa, brought them to Rome to fight each other. Not only did that, they had animals fighting people. But yet and still, you have the audacity to call Michael Vick a psychopath, and you built the biggest arena you could possibly build to have animals fight each other and animals to fight human beings and to have human beings fight each other. And after all of this fighting and killing was done, you ate the meat. You ate the meat of whoever died in the Colosseum. That meat was eaten. It was eaten as meat. Now, did you separate the human meat from the animal meat? The question is rhetorical because we all know the answer. But I say this to say, you should look in the mirror before you judge other people. Look in the mirror at yourself. You may save your soul. You call Michael Vick a psychopath, but yet you lynched people and then you burnt their bodies. And then you stopped them from dying so that you could burn them some more and hear the screams. And I think this is where we get the term picnic from. You have a book called The Delectable Negro. But you talk about Michael Vick and dogfighting. But understand this. Africans did not have animals fighting each other. Africans hunted, and the animals that they deleted, they ate for food. But they did not do this as a form of enjoyment. They did it within the laws of nature, to eat, to survive. So I want to say this. Before you talk about black people, understand your history. Before you put black people down, understand your history. Because you have, see, this is the awakening. This is the awakening. The awakening is not some act of homosexuality. The awakening is to know thyself. This was written on the Egyptian pyramids, temples, and walls. Know thyself. And as a messenger of God, I'm here to make sure that you understand what the awakening is. The awakening is to wake up to your reality and who you are. Know thyself before you put down other people. And one thing I don't do, I never put down anybody because I have skeletons in my closet. So I don't put down anybody, and we all have skeletons in our closet. But I say this as a message to you, Caucasians. You're putting down black people, but then when you are reminded of slavery and other abuses to humanity, you want to put that on the back burner. And then you want to ignore the things that you do. Well, guess what? As a messenger of God, understand this. This is your awakening. Know thyself. Don't put the cart in front of the horse, because that's what you're doing. Get on your knees and ask forgiveness. Because I'm going to tell you this. The trials and tribulations that black people are going through is the initiation to become gods. Like, subscribe, talk to you later.